Hey, what's up, beautiful people? And today, now before the video actually starts, we hit 1K subs. I am so thankful, so grateful. I love you people so much. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for everything. But now we have the new goal. Of course, it's going to be 10K subs, and then after that, it's going to be 100K subs. But thank you so much. I will be posting my excitement before. As you all know, we're reacting to Hi Boy again. He uploaded a new video, A Quiet Place. Now, as a pure genetic idiot, it has been very, very hard to follow anything that had higher than a 20 IQ rating on the Raptor scale. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Make sure to sub, like, comment, and all that good stuff. And now let's actually get into it. Alright, we get to start off with the Nat already. Beautiful.
Welcome to a very silent location. Post-apocalyptic America. Midget running around a pharmacy. But actually he's a kid. He sits down next to his sister and they throw up gang signs, aka they use sign language to communicate because A, she's a deaf bitch, and B, there are giant fucking monsters roaming around with super hearing that kill anything that makes too loud of a noise. Probably should have led with that. Now let's meet the rest of the genetically related gang. Emily.
It was very convenient. Yeah. It was very convenient.
Bunt, who's very silently scavenging meds for her third dumbass child, and Jimbo, the sperm provider. And it's time to get to go, but right before they leave, the smallest Krasinski almost drops a toy and wants to take it home with him, but then Jim takes it and defuses the bomb and saying that it's too loud and that he can't have it, using gang signs of course. But why not give it to him now, degenerate Jim? The batteries are out, the bomb is defused. What the fuck? He's just gonna take it as soon as you turn your back, which you do, you fucking moron. But hey, what do you know? I was wrong. He doesn't take the toy. His dumbass sister gives it to him. Then she turns her back on him too to leave, and what do you think he does? He takes the fucking batteries. Why is everybody turning their back on this idiot 5-year-old shithead? I kinda already...
You literally just said to give the toy back since you defused the bomb, and I don't know about you, but little 5-year-olds and younger are actually way smarter than you think. My little 1-year-old niece just started walking. I don't even freaking know how. I don't know. They're just that.
You tell that stupidity runs deep in this family. Anyway, they walk home and they thought of almost everything on how to travel silently and safely, like walking barefoot to make less noise and walking on pre-laid sand to make even less noise. But emphasis on the almost everything, because they're traveling in the wrong order here. The right order is supposed to be parent up front leading the party and parent in the back watching the kids do possibly loud antics and stopping them from doing that so they don't fucking die. Which in all honesty might have avoided what was about to happen next. Which is dumb infant who's traveling at the back of the pack puts a battery in the toy and makes a noise and gets rugby tackled / fucking deaded by a sound whoring monster despite his dad's best efforts to save him. Which, by the way, he was the furthest away and he had to put down his other sick child and run over to get him while his wife was just standing there like a buffoon. I mean, it's not like she could have saved him either, but still, how is this helping? You're not screaming, okay cool, when that actually would have helped because, you know, self-sacrifice and all. And wait, no, why don't they have a monkey bomb? They'll never play COD Zombies. It's been like 89 days since the apocalypse started, right? And no one has thought about it. I hate this family. I hate this family so much. I hope they all die. Fuck them. Fast forward to day 472. Here's a shot that basically...
Yeah, they're not the smartest people in the world.
Pause the video here and absorb this information because I'm too lazy to fucking explain it. They're living on their farm in the basement of their barn, I think, trying to find help.
Does that mean that they're idiots too? Nice.
On radio signals and shit. The mother's preggo, not the wisest choice to have a baby in such a predicament, as I'm sure they are aware, but whatever. Maybe they ran out of condoms and birth control to scavenge, or Jim forgot about the oldest birth control trick in the book. Doesn't matter though, they seem prepared with soundproofing and stuff and they eat fish. Kids play Monopoly. Monopoly does its job of ruining families because a dumb kid accidentally knocks down this fire light. I forgot what its name was called. Lantern. Doesn't matter, that's unimportant because it made a noise and fire which Jim puts out and he tells him to shut the fuck up. They hear a noise and he looks out the window and he's definitely getting jump scared by something here. Yep, there you go. Predictable as fuck. A couple raccoons drop down, fall off the roof or whatever. And while they're wandering off talking about doing ASMR by rubbing their stillborn's head against the microphone, they catch these hands from the sound whores.
Does this hurt by the way?
Oh!
A little bit!
Later on in the basement of their old house, Dad...
I forgot about that scene, and I don't think that hurt just because of how quick that happened.
Trying to fix deaf bitch's hearing aid because it's been broken for a while. When mom comes in and they dance, the next day they do the huge. Lay down sand, pregnancy checks, boring stuff, you know. And a deaf kid wants to go into the basement of their old house.
Where are they getting the
kids are
sand?
not allowed into for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's too squeaky or noisy or whatever. But she's being really careful to step on the non-squeaky spots of the floor that are pre-marked, which they only could have done using trial and error, which makes me ask how the fuck they did not die while making these. Maybe the squeaks were low volume, whatever. Her dad stops her
movie logic, don't worry about it.
for going in. She gets mad and throws a whole I'm not a kid anymore shindig, you feel me? He don't care though, and he tries to put that new hearing aid that he made for her in her head, but she doesn't want her. Like, Dad, swear to God, if you don't want to stop touching me, I'm gonna call CPS. So he just gives it to her in her hand, like, fine, my bad for trying to help out, have fun being a gimp, bitch. Meanwhile, other kid getting homeschooled and gets called for a field trip with his dad, but he doesn't want to go because he's a massive pussy. His sister got more balls than him, however, and wants to go, but Jim's
I'm just
like,
gonna call him Jim. He should have just smacked his daughter and be like, okay, Other kid gone. Let's go.
To stay with your mom, which makes her even more angry, silently more angry. You do realize that you could just tell her that you want to do stuff with him that requires people with functional ears. That'll make all this crap much easier, Jiminy dipshit. Anyway, she huffs and puffs away. The males go off to the river to get some fish, and Jiminy tells his son about this high-level strat where if you have a louder noise next to you, you can make smaller noises and be safe and don't die. Which makes sense, I guess. Also, the monsters must have learned to ignore the loud, constant noise of this waterfall, so they go and talk a bit over there, and they can scream and do whatever the fuck they want because it's a loud waterfall. They talk about their brother and deaf sister. Meanwhile, deaf sister tried the new hearing aid thingy, but it doesn't work. Wait, is she snapping her fingers? Isn't that a bit risky? By the way, what if someone makes an involuntary noise like a sneeze or a cough or a hiccup? Can't control that. Dude, Taco Bell killed someone definitely in this movie. Someone's had either an avalanche triggering fart or a jet engine diarrhea and died, I guarantee it. So she can't hear, then she gets
Now that is some logic.
sad, and what does she decide to do next? Naturally, in an apocalypse, you run away. Genius move, kiddo. Real smart shit. She goes to where her little bro died. They have like a shrine there for him.
Damn.
I don't know how she has the confidence in this wire being the one for the toy speaker, but she does. She cuts it and turns it on to pay respect for her little bro. Meanwhile, squared, Mama was doing laundry in the basement of the house, and the laundry sack gets caught on something, and in her infinite stupidity, she pulls on it. Yeah, because that's gonna increase the likelihood of having a quiet outcome to this fucking problem. Also, your tired final stage of pregnancy ass is exerting unnecessary effort here, cause you could just give it some slack and unhook it. Where's the common sense? And another thing that irks me, this nail's supposed to be hammered down, right? But for this to happen, it has to have what I like to call considerable poke, which would also make it visible in, say, a shot like this. But it isn't. In other words, fuck this movie right in the titty. Moving on. On the River Boys' way back, they've
It is a lot of questionable stuff.
found a hillbilly Jackson who's sad over his dead wife, I think, and his mouth does his transformation like he's about to yell. Man, look at that thing go. He lets out a big... Then them here boys run away to hide. Then Jackson gets fucked by a sound whore, thus completing an utterly useless scene in this movie. But whatever, allowed to do this to me, man. I'm gonna stop talking this hillbilly fuckwat accent now. Back at home, Mom is sad in Dead Kid's room when she goes into labor, or her water breaks. I don't know if that's the same thing or not, but you get it. Baby time is upon us. And on her way down to the basement to turn on the emergency light, she steps on that nail. This is right about where all the plebs go. However, I didn't. I don't really care. Fuck that bitch. She drops a frame of her dead kid.
Yeah, but it's
she
still
makes a noise
there.
and pulls her foot out the fucking nail. I forgot the word. Wow. She turns on the emergency lights, then sees a sound hole sneaking up on her, so she reaches for the alarm clock thingy as a distraction. Monkey bomb. Finally, thank God, she does something smart. And when it goes off, she runs upstairs to give birth in the bathtub. Now, at the same time, the dudes arrived and they saw the oh shit lights, so the kid gets sent off to launch some fireworks to draw the attention of the sound whores away from Mommy. She takes that opportunity and screams her lungs out, uses the knowledge of her 3 previous trials to speedrun childbirth. I like to imagine that the kid shot out of her JJ, Tony Hawk ramped it off the tub and into her arms, kind of like this. But that's just me. Also, it's kind of impossible because it taps in the way, so yeah. Anywho, Jim's there with the shotguns, pretty sure he's not stepping on any of the predetermined unsqueaky spots, yet we hear no squeaks. How odd. However, there are fireworks going off, so whatever. He finds his wife and newborn fetus in the shower and carries them both into the basement of his barn, puts the baby in a
You mean newborn baby? I don't think it's a fetus anymore, man.
soundproof box with oxygen, links his wife
It's kind of out of the womb at that point.
sleep a bit, and the soundproofing has worked. They can speak normally without getting caught by the roaming sound whore. Good for them. She wakes up and talks about her dead kid like, I could have carried him, I could have done so and so. He like, nah, it's not your fault. Yeah, toots, he's right, it's not your fault. Alone, it's the entire family's fault. Also, stop getting pregnant for fuck's sake. Should have taken the hint when your kid died. Two's enough, woman. Anyway, Dad goes to look for his other
you're kinda
kids while
stupid,
water starts
like-
flooding into the basement.
How did they even... If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But how did... Would that make it... Okay.
I'm guessing this is something to do with laundry or the monster ripping a pipe. I don't fucking know. Doesn't matter. Let's go to the kids for a second. Because dumbass bitch boy got scared and ran into the fucking cornfield, slamming into a tractor, which is the dumbest idea ever because that is loud as balls and I don't know how he's not dead here. Who cares? His sister, who was chilling at her dead bro's cross, saw the fireworks, came over and had a close encounter with a sound whore where the frequency of her AIDS hearing pissed it off, and then she finds her alive brother and wait for their dad on top of this corn seed container thingy with a fire, arguing like that ain't coming, he hates me. Yes, he's coming and he loves you, bitch, relax. Then they both end up almost drowning in seed dipshit by accident and deaf girl on purpose to go down and save him, which prompts a sound creeper that was about to kill mom and fetus in the flooding basement to come and attack them, but the hearing thingamabob does his shtick and pisses off the sound whore again. Then they find their dad who tells them to hide in his old truck. Deaf bitch turns her hearing aid off because it pisses her off too, but that in turn allows the sound creeper to attack them freely when dad makes a tiny noise and tells her that he always loved her and prepares to make a really loud noise to sacrifice himself for his kids, instead of at least trying to throw the axe at the shed to make a noise and possibly get away with his life. What a fucking idiot chromosome collector. Also, Really? That's the noise you go for in your final moments on this earth? I would have gone for something like, "Oi, Muppet! You call that a face? More like an armadillo's asshole, you fucking..." Kid lets the handbrake go. They roll down the hill to the house where mom was in the basement watching all this unfold on the security cameras. Meets up with them, takes them into the basement. Girlie's sad cause daddy dead. Then a sound whore comes in threatening and fucking scary shit, right? And the deaf kid figures out that the hearing aid is their weakness and it pisses them off and shit.
Oh,
and
really?
I seriously...
Really?
They cannot believe that the human race had enough time and resources to print out motherfucking newspapers, but nobody thought to sensory overload the one sense that these creatures rely on the most. I mean, come on, you flashbang people, for crying out loud. Alright, I'm just gonna pretend that there is exactly one specific frequency that pisses them off, and that the entire family had 1,000 four-leaf clovers shoved up all their anuses when Jimmy Neutron was trying to make that fucking hearing aid, and he miraculously landed on that one fucking frequency. And I'm just gonna, it's not worth it, I'm moving on. It's almost over. Deaf kid turns it on, puts it to the speaker, its face anus opens up, and every gamer knows that
I don't ever get why they just slam it on. Just put it next to it. It is so unnecessary. Like, even in the second movie, the girl screamed, it was like, ah! It would be a lot faster if you just put it on the damn microphone.
that is its weak spot. You shoot it there, and she blows its so-called face off, but that triggers 2 more sound whores to run over to them, so they prepare to kill them too. They lock and load, and the movie ends at that. This movie gets 18 prosthetic limbs out of 3 wooden eyes.
That was beautiful. You know, just forget, you know, the dead father. You know how she's like smirking, being like, haha, we can take him. You just lost a father. You should be scared because those things are so damn overpowered. First of all, they just broke through an entire metal wall when they broke through that seat thing. And then even in the, if you saw the second movie, spoilers, they flipped over cars. They literally truck stopped entire, like, huge 18-wheeler trucks, just being like, oh, this thing is here. I'm gonna move it above my head, over my head, and still run forward. They're damn lucky they can't swim. Otherwise, they would have had no damn boat. But that's gonna be it for today's video, and again, thank you so much, guys, for the 1,000 subscribers. I love you all so much, and without further ado, see you in the next.